I guess if you start from the time you're 5 years old, then maybe it kind of works out. Stars Anne Hathaway, and it's the movie titled One Day. Let's see what Genevieve Lowe has to say about it.
When we were at university, I had a crush on you.
We've never actually met.
Emma Morley.
I'll walk you home.
Sorry, I'm not good at this.
We'll see each other again.
I know we will.
How their lives would intersect over the next 20 years.
Hey, it's Genevieve Lowe, your flick chick from Today newspaper. Considering director Lone Scherfig's previous film was 2009's Excellent in Education, it may be a little unfair but perfectly understandable to deem the somewhat uneven One Day as lacking. But honestly, it's not the total bomb most critics have made it out to be. Adapted by scriptwriter David Nichols from his own 2009 best-selling novel, this is a whirlwind 20-year diary of two best friends in their lives through their trials, tribulations, and tragedies. Structured such that we check in on them every July 15th, the day they first meet, this gimmicky device, which probably worked wonderfully in the novel, didn't quite come off cinematically.
Just like you.
It's a shame that the flashes of sharply executed, heartbreaking moments of authenticity and truth, Scherfig's signature style, are marred by clunky exploratory dialogue. But overall, the director and her cast tries hard. Leads Anne Hathaway and the sexy Jim Sturgis are quite lovely together, and even better in their individual scenes. And the subtle attention to detail when it comes to fashion, music, and pop culture of the corresponding decades will undoubtedly strike a nostalgic chord. Which is why, despite the patchiness and sometimes pandering melodramatic plot points, this is one story not to be entirely dismissed.
Sorry, I'm not good at this.
We'll see each other again.
I know we will.
How their lives would intersect over the next 20 years.
I'm a disaster.
I'm sure it's not a complete disaster. Come on, everyone's lost at 25.
You're not. Trainee TV producer.
Let Scherfig's blend of seemingly typical romanticism and dark thematic undercurrents wash over you, and you'll see the film for what it's meant to be. A movie about recognizing life's missed opportunities and regrets, the cruelty of self-realization, and the devastating failure to embrace the moment. Not the Nicholas Sparks-style weepy many have condemned it to be. 3 bags of popcorn.
Two people for one day each year on each anniversary of the day they met.
Do not go away. This is crazy.
I have to say, it's a very romantic idea, I suppose.
Yeah?
Kind of sad, too. I mean, two lovers, obviously, but, you know, they only get to meet or
Well,
date
or
one day.
maybe it took them that long to figure out they were meant for each other. Either way, it's a movie, a bit of fiction. And we all like to sort of get into another world when we catch a movie. Well, today we'll be talking about digital quotient, and you know, we want to wrap up our chat on that. I think we're talking about DQ in the sense, like EQ, you have an understanding of what's happening online and enough intelligence to figure out what is right and what could possibly be
I
wrong.
think that's a very nice to put it, digital intelligence, to be able to navigate what's online. Let's have a look at a couple of comments which actually wraps that up very well from our viewer, Tan CB. If we trust everything online, there is really no need to teach media literacy, and we have to be critical and sharp to evaluate information from and motives of the sources.
Okay, there you
Spot
go.
on. You have to question the sources.
I will always take everything I read online with a pinch of salt. True indeed. In fact, it doesn't matter where you read it, even in newspapers. Everything we read should be taken with a pinch of salt, because even though there are facts, the numbers, the medical facts, or the numbers which are correct, sometimes the opinions given are still based on
You mean the
a person.
opinionated columns and I wouldn't say that about reports.
I mean, general
I-
report, even news reports, if you read, certain organizations are known to be slightly inclined to other words. I'm talking in general in a global scale. So different media have sometimes slightly different agendas depending on who owns them and how it's... I'm just saying there's so many different things that come into play. Never look at anything and just say, oh, I totally believe it. Always be a little bit skeptical,
But
no
you can
matter
trust
what
our
you read.
news.
I mean,
Okay, anyway, so break is up next, and we're going to come down to something very interesting and controversial as well.
right, we had a chance to have a chat with the Queen of Burlesque, Dita Monteith. Stay tuned to find out how that went in just a bit.